In this video, I'm going to give you a crash course on how to get started with Kit, formerly ConvertKit. Basically, what I'm going to teach you how to do is create a form so that you can collect email subscribers. Then we're going to create a sequence. So whether you're delivering an e-course or a freebie or whatever you want to deliver, I'm going to show you how to set that up so you can deliver what you want to deliver when they sign up. And then I'm going to teach you how to connect those two things and automate the process. So let's just get right to it. First, we're going to go into Grow up here in the top navigation, and then we're going to go to Send and then Automate in that order. So under Grow, we're going to go to Landing Page and Forms, and I'm going to click this Create New button here. And you see you have the option to choose between form or landing page. You can choose either one. A landing page is going to be its own separate thing, but if you want to create a form to put on your website, for example, you can go with form. Now, I have one that I use for everything, every time, but you're not required to use the exact same one. They all work the same way, but I'll show you the way I do it. So I'm going to go with inline, and then I always choose clear. It's the most basic one of all. Basically, all I need is the input fields for people to actually subscribe. When I put it on my website has the rest of the text and the pictures and everything, so I don't need my form to be able to accomplish that. I simply just need the form, so that's why I go with clear. So I'm going to select that and come up here, make sure you name your form. We call that YouTube test here. And you can see it starts out with just the email address, this blue subscribe button, and the built with Kit. So let's do a couple things to customize it really quick. I'm going to click the plus button here. We want a custom field, and we want their first name. I always like to collect the first name because then when I send people emails, I can address them by their first name, and it just feels more real rather than just an automated email. Okay, so we've got the name, the email, subscribe. If you want to change this text, just click into it and say sign up, whatever you want it to say. Get instant access, depending on whatever it is that you want this essentially a funnel to accomplish. Get instant access. You can change the background color of this button, the font color of the button. Here's one of my brand colors. We're going to go bold on that. And then I'm going to click the Built with Kit and turn that off just to make it as simple as possible. You can save. And now you have a form. It was super easy with name, email, and a customized button. If you want to preview it, you can do that. It's obviously not much to see there. Under settings, you can click through these super quick, make sure everything is good. You can either have a success message, like good job, you signed up. This is going to pop up after someone puts in their name and email and hits the button. Or you can redirect people to another page. So for example, one that I just set up for myself, somebody signs up and then I redirect them to a page, and the page itself actually says success, go check your email, and then it has a little bit more information about me and what I do. So you could do that, create the page on your website, and then redirect people after they sign up to that page. Obviously, this is going to be the quickest way to get started, is just to show a message. You can customize this however you'd like. Domain name. You can create your own custom domain name in Kit if you like. I just leave this as it is every time. Incentive. If you want people to get an email that they then have to say, yes, I signed up for this, and confirm before they get whatever you're sending them, you can leave this on. I usually do leave it on just to keep the bots and the people that aren't serious about it out. And once they click on that button, you can either let them just go to this basic page that Kit has created that says, good job, you're signed up officially now, or you can redirect them straight to a download file here. Up to you. Advanced, I don't really touch anything here either. Just continue to show the form, because if someone comes back to your website later and they've already signed up, you don't want the form to just disappear. So I just always leave that on, and then you can hit save, and then you can hit publish. And depending on what kind of website you have or where you're going to put this form, you have multiple different options here. I always go for the HTML, click the red copy button, and then in a code block in my Squarespace site, I will paste this in. So that is how we set up the form. The next thing we need to do, if you want to deliver if you have a download and you want to deliver it like this, you can. I'd recommend personalizing it a little bit more though. So let's go to the send drop down and then sequences. It wants me to save. Okay, we'll save send and then sequences and new sequence. I already have a customized template in my account. It basically, anytime I do a link, it just turns it my brand color and it has my name and picture at the bottom. But any of these are fine. And then you can start writing your email. You can write one email, you can write two, you can write 5, however many you want them to get once they sign up for whatever they've signed up for in that form. So here's your subject line. You can write your email. Let's name this up here, the name of your sequence here. So what you want to do, once you've got your, especially your first email ready, we're going to publish it. And instead of after 1 day, we're going to do 0 days, and that will send it immediately. So immediately after they sign up, you want them to get this first email. So we can do like, hi, whoever your first name is. And then you can deliver whatever you've promised that they will get when they sign up. And we're going to publish changes. So now we've got our first email that's ready to go as soon as they sign up and they confirm their subscription. If we want to do another one, say we want to send one a day after that or maybe 2 days after that, you can write another email and just keep adding to the sequence for whatever makes most sense to you. This is how you set up a sequence. Next, we need to connect our form to our sequence. So we need to go tell Kit, when someone signs up for this form, I want you to drop them into the sequence so they get these emails that they've signed up for. So we need to go to automate, and personally I prefer this rules. It's much more straightforward, kind of gets rid of the clutter. It's just like, if this happens, then make this happen. So let's do new rule. So when this happens, you need to trigger this action. So we want to say, when a user subscribes to a form, that first form we created, let's see, where did it go? YouTube test. When someone signs up for the YouTube test form, subscribe them to the YouTube test sequence, and then you hit save. And that is how you connect your form to your sequence and make it happen automatically. So all you have to do is put that form on your website, and then everything else happens in the background for you. And you're good to go. If you want to also say, I want you also to add a tag to this person, you should add the YouTube tag to them. So maybe if you want to send out certain emails just to the people who are interested in your YouTube stuff or whatever your topic is, then you have them all tagged as such. So that would be something else you could do here as well. So it's pretty simple, but there's a lot of clicking around and just kind of needing to know what you're doing and what you want to accomplish in order to make it happen. So I hope this was helpful, watching me go through all the steps to get your kit sequence and everything updated and added in your account, ready to go live. If you don't already have your kit account set up, I will share my code below for you to get a discount for when you are ready to create that account and get started. So I will share that down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.